Hello and welcome to another tips and tricks video on the JB Wargamer 87 channel. Today we're going to be looking at how to magnetize a repulsor, a Primaris Space Marine repulsor. Yes, now Wargamers have been joking around about this vehicle, saying it takes half an hour to fire all its weapons. Now I reckon it's going to take about 3 hours to magnetize all the weapons options you can have for this vehicle. But I'm only joking. I'm going to do it as quick as I can to show you how I magnetize each and every option that you see before you. It is all fully magnetized, all ready to paint, and this miniature is for my proposed list on the Striking Scorpion 82 Plus channel. So this is one of the models that I'll be using for that. Now, I love the repulsor. I think it's an amazing model. It's probably one of my favourites, and I'm really looking forward to painting it as well. So yeah, I love the repulsor. The only problem with the repulsor is yeah, it takes about half an hour to fire all its weapons, because there's so many weapons to fire. We'll do that as a joke. I don't think it takes half an hour, but to calculate, like, I want this weapon to fire here, I want that weapon to fire there, I want that weapon to fire there, it takes a long time in other words. But anyway, as you can see before you, everything is fully magnetized, and it's a great model. I really love the design, very clever from Games Workshop, and yeah, so why not? Let's get to it, and I'm going to show you all the weapons options. So the weapons I'm going to show you are this. Let's do the twin hull-mounted weapons. So I'm going to do, for example, the las cannon. Now, for this, you'll need. Now I haven't stuck the top plate on. That is because this here supports the hull-mounted weapon. So I've put a 4x1 magnet on there on both sides, positive to negative. And I've done the same here, 4x1 magnet, and that simply slots on the top like that. But of course you've got to add the hull mounted weapon. So I use a 1 cm by 5 magnet from the inside, and that's a square magnet, and I stuck 2 of them on. And there, as you can see there's no magnets visible from the front. That's because it's a good strong magnet and you can't see it, and it gives good strong contact. So I put that there, and then I place that on the top like that, and it fits nicely and it's good. It won't move and it's fine. So then, for example, I'm going to put the twin las cannon on, so make sure it goes into there like that. And the back here, again, I think I used 3 of these 3x2 magnets drilled in nice and deep, so it's good strong magnetizing. You have to have 3 of these, otherwise it will flop and it'll be too heavy for the magnet. So that there, you slot it into position quite hard. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to do it this way, this method. So you plonk it down hard, and it should be nice and level, as you can see there. And then you place the weapon on like that, and that goes in there like that. There you go. So you got the twin las cannon. As you can see there, it's fine, doesn't move around, and it's nice and level. And I'm going to do the same. Let's do the same with the heavy bolter, the twin heavy bolter. Let's see how that looks like. Again, the ejector for the cartridges goes on that side, and goes on that side. Again, stuck on quite hard, down there, nice and level. Lift it up, put it in there, and bang, you've got your twin heavy bolter from the front. Easy as that. And next you've got the side weapons. You've got the port, starboard, and you've got the stern weapon. So you put these here. Now I used 2 3x2 magnet. Now the Storm Bolter is slightly different to that of the Fragstorm grenade launcher. So with the Storm Bolter I put 2 of these, and it's to give it good contact. Now if I only did it with 1, it would flop around and that kind of, but with 2 of these it gets good contact. So it's nice and level, like that. And then of course positive to negative, very very important. So that's the Storm Bolter. So I'm going to put 2 Storm Bolters on the side, like that. And this one here. Let's do the same. Again, nice good contact. There it goes like that. Now I'll go on this side. Now the Fragstorm grenade launcher, or basically, yeah, the Fragstorm grenade launcher, as you can see there from the back, only magnetised once on the top, so that's fine, and that's still good contact, and that goes on there like that. So let's put that at the back for a second. So there you go, all magnetised on the sides, and it's starting to come along. Now these here, I took them off for the purposes of painting, so it's a lot easier to paint this miniature. At the back here there's a couple of armour plates here, and that's where all these options here come into play. So they I don't put together until the main chassis is all fully complete. So there you go. Again, the design work of the Repulsor is awesome, and also not forgetting the Executioner. So I haven't got one of those models yet, but I will be doing a magnetising video for that, and of course every weapon option that I could possibly do. I reckon if I can do the Repulsor, I can definitely try and do the Executioner. I think it'd be really cool, and I love the model as well. That Executioner is stunning. So anyway, going back to the topic of the Repulsor. So, oh yes, we'll take this off here. Now you can have a Icarus heavy stubber. So you've got Icarus heavy stubber. Now again, I've put a 3x2 magnet on the top, 3mm width and 2mm depth. You can put 2 of these to make good contact if you want to. And again, a 3x2 magnet right in the middle. If you can see there's a 3x2 magnet on the top there, and that simply connects perfectly like that, fully magnetised. That won't move. You can shake it around, won't move, and it's designed to aim up, so it's fine. So again, what it looks like when putting it on, it'll look like that, and you can understand why it takes half an hour to fire the weapons. So that's that, and then oh yes, we've got the Icarus Rocket Pod. Now I put a single 3x2 magnet on the top, and that goes in there like that, and it's good contact like so. And again, I'll put that at the back for the purposes of video. So there you go, that's what it looks like on there, and we haven't even put the main weapons on. Now this is going to be an interesting tutorial. So now with this here, I haven't stuck this down because I want to put the main weapons on. It's a lot easier to do. So what it will look like, this when on, but then I'm going to put on the las talon on. So the las talon goes like that, as you can see there, and then that goes in there like that. You can see there, good contact. It goes in like that. You don't even have to do any magnetising. As long as you got this loose, it's really easy to do, and it's fine. It's not a problem. So then you can even put the heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. So I'll put that back for nice and neat purposes. Same with the onslaught Gatling cannon. That there goes on like that. I think I put that the other way actually. Let's put it the right way. There you go, that's better. Awesome. That firepower. Looking great. I like it. So that's that there. So let's put on the Latstellan for the purposes of tutorial. Right, so now you have all these weapons options here. Now I've put here a 1mm width by 2mm depth magnet inside there. Again, this is very important. You have to do a center punch before you drill the magnets, because you'll go off course and it'll look horrible. So when you put a center punch, or even a pin, it is very handy to do. And if you do that, you'll get a more accurate hole to drill. So that's fine there. And they are for these weapons here. So you can see there, I put a 3x2 magnet inside there, and that attaches like that. And you can see there, it's got good contact. Good contact, and that's fine. You can do the same with this side here, exactly the same, like that. So there you go. Now these here, those two weapons there, I think they're like some kind of rocket pod. I'm not sure. I have to check out the stats for them. But they don't require any magnetizing. They are compulsory whenever you have a repulsor to begin with. So you can take them off. And then you can, if you want to, have the Fragstorm grenade launcher like that. I must admit, I think I've gone insane with this mod. It's probably one of the craziest magnetizing videos I've ever done on the channel. So there you go. Look at that. What a beast. I love him. So that's that there. Oh yes, there's another thing as well. You can have a tiny scope. So I put a 1mm magnet. Now I used a 1mm by 1mm magnet, and that there is a 3x2 magnet, and it's got good contact there. And make sure it's nice and level, and that covers that scope there. Or if you want to, you can have a hole mounted or coaxial heavy stubber, or Icarus heavy stubber. So that's that there. You can have the different aerials as well. Again, I didn't have to do any magnetizing for this, so that's the good thing about that. You can take that off, and the same here as well. So you can do that. Now, this is where things get a little bit over the top. So you've also got a mini radar as well, so that goes on the top there. Again, using a 3x2 magnet on there. I'm just about holding this together. This is crazy. 3x2 magnet on there in the middle, and it's got good contact there, so even the radar moves. So that's awesome. And if you think that's not enough, there's another 1mm width by 2mm depth magnet, and it's the same down there, and that's for that aerial as well. So there you go. So if it breaks in contact, it doesn't matter, and it's fine. So there you go. I tried to make it as straight as possible. It was quite difficult, but you can get it straighter. So there you go. Oh, there's another weapons option as well. So I've done it so that there's other one as well. Now I need to check that. Oh yes, I think it's this one. So if you don't want a radar, you can always have one of these. And again, that there is a 1mm in width and 2mm depth. That goes on the top there. So there you go, you've got another scope there. And I think this is the last but not least. We have this guy here. Now this is where things get a bit ridiculous. I'm going to put this down. So here we go. Time to explain. So I used a 1mm by 1mm magnet. I'm gonna put in there a bit closer for you guys. I'm gonna make sure it's focused. So there you go. Okay. So what I've done is I've done a 1mm by 1mm magnet on here where the green stuff is. I've also done a 1mm by 1mm magnet there. Another 1 by 1mm magnet in there. And a 1mm magnet in there. Now, this here is for the heavy stubber. Now, there's a whole load of 1mm by 1mm magnets. 1mm by 1mm magnet there, 1mm by 1mm magnet there, and exactly the same here, positive to negative. And you have to make sure that you have to do positive to negative, otherwise it'll go all skew-if and everything like that. You have to think opposite. So whenever you tract, and it simply slots into position like that. You see that? Yep. It can be done. You can interchange these the pintle mounted weapon. So that's that there. And if you think that's crazy, you've got the Onslaught Gatling cannon as well. That's interchangeable. So that goes in there like that. And it's perfectly aligned. And just to finish it off, that goes on the top there. And that there's your turret weapon. Just going to put that nice and flat, like that. So there you go. It's just an amazing model to look at. I know it takes half an hour to set up all the magnets and that, but at the end of the day, you do appreciate your time and effort, and people will see that. Let's just put that on the thing. Look at the amount of weaponry you could have for this kit. It's incredible. I mean, just looking at it, I mean, it's so intimidating. It's basically saying, don't come near me. I'm come to kill you. I mean, it's overkill written all over the repulsor. I mean, this is the repulsor. I haven't even done a executioner tutorial. So I'm just going to carefully put this on here. So it can be done. You can. I think this video has justified it. I think you can fully magnetize a repulsor. So, yeah. Just double checking that's all in alignment. Yep. That is all in alignment. Perfectly. Again, this here you have to be a bit careful. It looks a bit skew-if, but you try not to move if you can. But it can be magnetized, as you can see there. And that can be straighter as well, if you really wanted to. But it's fine. I'm happy with the way it's come out. Now these here, I haven't glued down. Like I said earlier, it's for the purposes of painting. So I will be painting these. So, yeah, it's just an incredible model too. I mean, it was fun to do. Now, time-wise, how long did it take me? It took me, time-wise, took me about 4 hours to magnetize. But if you get more repulsors, this will be your blueprint. So it'll be quicker. So once you get the gist of where you want the magnets to go, the quicker it will be. Because you'll know where all the magnets go and that kind of thing, and which one's which, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. So, now, how many of these do I plan to get? Now, this is the problem. The problem with repulsors in the narrative, I believe, this is just my opinion and research into the narrative. Now, repulsors, I think they are the equivalent of a rhino, and if you were to do a full battle company you would need at least 8 of them. Do I want to get 8 of them? Of course, I am an Ultramarine. I abide by the Codex Astartes. Guilliman is the Primarch of the Ultramarines. He is the founder of the Codex Astartes, and if that's what it is in the Codex Astartes, I have to abide by it. So the Emperor points and I obey, through the warp and far away. That's our motto, you see. So yeah, so 8 repulsors, maybe in the long term. It will take a long time, but yeah. But at least I've got 1, and I'm happy with 1, and I do have another 1 spare as well. And the Executioner, how many Executioners would I get? Again, I'm not sure. At least I'd love to get 1. The Executioner, in my opinion, is the equivalent of the Predator. I think that is the equivalent for that as well. So there you go. So that there is pretty much how you magnetize a Primaris Repulsor. Again, so many weapons options, so many weapons layouts. It's fun to build. I think it's a really good fun way to build your repulsor. And okay, it's daunting when it comes to magnetizing and painting as well, but at least you've got every option available. That's the whole point. So yeah, there you go. Courage and honour, we march for McCrack, and we shall know no fear. Happy Wargaming. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more content, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and to also share this video with your friends. And an honourable mention to my Patreon supporters. Without their support, these videos would not be possible. Keep an eye out for the next episode, because you don't want to miss what's next. And I will see you next time. Happy Wargaming.